Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Megan. Happy weekend. That's when this video is going to be coming out. However, whenever you find this video, trust that it's perfect in divine timing, and there could absolutely be messages for you, as these readings are timeless. I don't mention that enough, I don't think. So as promised, this is going to be kind of a part 2 for my Divine Masculine reading that I did yesterday, I think. So this is for the Divine Feminines. We're just going to focus on the Divine Feminines. The energy is pretty palpable, right? I mean, we're in this eclipse portal. The astrology feels pretty intense. For me, what I'm really getting is it's about being so gentle and tender with ourselves right now. And I know I'm focusing on the Divine Feminines, but that is for all twin flames. That is not specific to one or the other. We're really needing gentle situations, gentle people, gentle environments, and we're really needing to give ourselves all the love and care that we possibly can right now. There is a lot of clarity and ahas. There's a lot of ascension symptoms, and there's a lot of purging of things that are difficult, purging of old pains, hurts, you name it. You could be seeing that in health in your body. You could have ailments kind of flailing up, dry skin. You could be breaking out. You could be having really hard time sleeping. Once Gemini has kind of come in, it's like this overactivity in the mental sphere, and it can be very hard to kind of calm and grounding at present. So getting out in nature is more crucial than ever. Earthing, walking barefoot on the ground, that type of thing is going to be really beneficial. I'm actually going to turn an overhead light on really quick. Give me just a second. I hardly ever do things like that, but I just think it's a little bit better. I'm trying to think what other symptoms. I had like a weird blister that kind of sprouted up. So it's the types of things, any sort of skin thing, or any sort of, you could feel a little under the weather, anything in your body where it's things that can kind of get aggravated and then they flare up, but that's just releasing the energy. It's coming to the surface to be released. So that feels very in tandem with this eclipse, I will say too. So just keep that in mind. Be very gentle with yourself, and know that you're not alone. We're all kind of going through these ascension symptoms at this time. So actually, I'm not going to start here. I'm going to start with this energy deck. I wanted to get an angel message right away, but I always think that's a really lovely way to kind of wrap up a reading. But one of the messages I pulled for myself today was the get outside, get in nature. I think that's Archangel Jophiel. I don't know, that card went away. I'd love to hear how everyone's doing, how you've been feeling with this. I know it's so helpful for us on these communities to share, because then it helps us feel less alone. Like we're not the only ones going through this, or whatever it is that we're experiencing. Wow. Okay. Lots of cards, Divine Feminines. You guys were ready to talk. Okay. Ooh. All right. This card on the floor, I'm gonna take it. Yeah. Interesting, really interesting spread. So overall, a beautifully positive spread, really beautiful energy that we're getting here. And then bottom of the deck is deceit. Okay, so we have deceit on the bottom of the deck, but below that is cornucopia number 11, my twin flame card. So do not be in self-deception, Divine Feminines. And it's very tempting at this time. It is extremely tempting at this time to think that things are not going well. They are never going to go well. To be feeling like you want off this journey. To be feeling very stuck. Forgive me, I was not very prepared today. That Gemini energy has me very flighty. Okay. Yeah, just feeling kind of all over the place and buzzy. But yeah, so this self-deception could be creeping in. It's that devil energy that's been really present and was brought up a lot in the masculine read, where they're really being asked to overcome that and kind of strengthen their resolve and not be taken by that energy, not allowing their mind and their headspace and like the self-deception to really get in the way of the truth of what's actually occurring. So we're gonna grab some clarifiers, but we have a lot of heart energy. We have the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. We have caring connections. We have woman holding a heart. So I feel that I'm going to start here. Divine Feminines, you are really vulnerable and open at this time. It's that tender energy. And this is the truth. The truth is you have done a lot of this heart healing, and you're being given options in your life at this time to choose the heart path or to choose the deceit path. You're really getting opportunities, and this could be in relationships. This could just be in how you're communicating with yourself, the types of words and the language that you're using to communicate with yourself. And I feel that Spirit is sending you these opportunities. You're getting messages and you're getting guidance at this time, and then you're having the choice. And with that Gemini energy, it's that overactive mental energy. You could be getting into some inner conflict, Two of Swords energy perhaps in your mind around, do I take the heart path, which makes me a little bit more vulnerable, and it's like I'm holding my heart in my hands and someone could grab it and throw it on the ground, or do I choose the path of deception and kind of detach, but not in a healthy way, in like a very cold way, like you telling yourself you don't care, telling yourself it's not as important as it is. Choosing the path of the ego, which the ego at all costs needs to protect itself. And then in doing so, it can keep itself from love. It can keep itself from opportunities. It can protect itself from the things that are actually really good for it. And that is what this twin flame path is. I had a channeled message that I shared on TikTok recently that was, this twin flame journey is really not about this other person. It's not about the relationship. We know this. We've heard this. What it's about is it's about this beautiful invitation and opportunity that allows us to see anything within our energy field that is blocking love, that is blocking true love from us, blocking us from receiving in general. But it's really this path to love, and it's this path to inner union. And this journey is going to show us anything in our field. It could be root chakra, okay? It could be abundance. It could be money, wealth. It could be feeling safe in the world, feeling supported, knowing that we are always going to be provided for. We're always going to have a roof over our head. We're always going to have food to eat. So this could be standing in your way. Your community, the people that you surround yourself with, could be a block to love. Feeling powerless, not feeling like you're a co-creator of your reality, and being in that kind of victim energy of like, I can't do anything, I can't move. It's that Eight of Swords. But ultimately, at the end of the day, to really simplify, it's fear or love, choosing fear or love. And so it just exposes all of our fears that are blocking us from love. So I feel for the Divine Feminines right now, you're really being, there's like opportunities coming in for you. There's options coming in for you. There's messages. There is perhaps connections, new people, perhaps old connections that you had previously already made a decision around, and then now Spirit's kind of circling, bringing it back around to test. Do you really feel this way? Are you really in this energy? So I'm going to ask a little bit about some of these energies. Okay. That's a really beautiful, okay. So for community, we're getting the Page of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. So this is about stepping into your power, your divinity, and your truth. The Queen of Wands moves with Spirit, moves with the divine. So any messages that you are getting at this time around your community, divine messages, synchronicities, intuitions, gut feelings, Divine Feminine, you are being tested on, are you listening? Are you willing to listen? And it might look like you're having to become very alone. You might be someone who's being asked to stand alone in order to gain the gifts and the abundance that are wanting to be bestowed upon you, that the divine is wanting to offer you, the blessings that are really meant for you, that are trying to come in. But you're having to be very, very honest and not in any sort of deceit around these messages, around the truth of your heart, opening your heart. This could be in relationship to your twin, This could be in relationship to you're getting clear messages and signs around this connection, whatever that is, that yes, it is for you, or maybe no, it's not for you right now. You're both not ready, but you're in this self-deceit. And so you could potentially be hooking or hanging on or attaching because you don't want to be alone. You don't want to be single. So that energy, I'm getting like double messages. So that's a potentiality for some. For others, it could be that you're basically self-deluding yourself that this connection is over. It's not going anywhere. And there's never going to be this opportunity for heart opening. So why do I keep having my heart open when this other person doesn't? So it's really about you. It's a big message of empowerment. It's a big message of taking your power back, standing in your truth, knowing that you're a co-creator, and you're a co-creator through the heart space. You're a co-creator through the divine. And this is all, for many, there's going to be a lot of themes around this and lessons and kind of initiations for you around your community at this time. Many divine feminines have been asked to let go of their community. Many have. Some have resisted. Many have listened. And it's kind of felt like a void space of, okay, I did that for you, Spirit. Now what's coming in? Like, hello, I'm just alone all the time. Or, I'm feeling really isolated. And again, that message is this Nine of Pentacles energy is meant for you. And what's right after the Nine of Pentacles? The Ten of Pentacles, which we just got. And this is union. This is partnership with another person. This is family. This is legacy. This is having it all. This is not just having the individual wealth and success. So the Ten of Pentacles is on the table as well. It's here, it's present, but for many divine feminine, Spirit's needing to get you into the independence, the abundance that comes through your own independence and your own sovereignty, and not sacrificing for anyone else. I'm just gonna see if there's one more card that wants to come out with this energy. Yeah, okay, I love this. So the Ten of Pentacles, it also just flew on the floor. So anytime I'm getting cards on the floor right now, it's feeling connected to this eclipse energy of like big movement, drastic changes, towers. It's been very windy where I live. Just that kind of like rush, quick-paced energy of change. So the Ten of Pentacles is coming in hot and heavy. So we're getting blossoming abundance and root chakra. So just have to reference deceit on the bottom of the deck. There's an opportunity here, divine feminines. We're getting justice as well. There's an opportunity here for you to deceive yourself around what you're creating. Deceive yourself that you are not worthy, that you are not good enough, that your material needs are not being met. There could be fear right now because we're in this portal where anything that needs to be seen is coming up to the surface to be healed and released. It's a purging, it's a healing, it's a deep healing, and healing is really challenging. But Spirit is confirming here, this Ten of Pentacles is yours. There's a blossoming abundance here if you can be in the truth, and the truth comes from your heart. The truth comes from the knowing of your worth, the knowing that you're supported, and it's a trust in the divine. It is a trust in the divine. This justice, this divine justice is here. These are these blessings and abundance that the divine wants to bring you. Big time, big time. But you have to have that faith and that trust and that connection to the divine. This is something that I work with with my coaching clients quite a bit, and many of my coaching clients are not twin flames. They're just coming to me for spiritual coaching, and it's really challenging for people when it comes to abundance and wealth to understand that it really is that channel and that connection to source, knowing that you are inherently worthy. Even if you have zero in your bank account, even if you have nothing to show for your worthiness, because that's all material wealth. And so divine feminines, if you're feeling like you're in this void space and you don't have a lot to offer or don't have anything to prove or to show for how much work you've done on this journey, know that that is by design. Spirit wants you in that place because Spirit is trying to bottom you out, to get you to this place of zero in order for you to really, really embody the truth, not the deception, but the truth of your heart, that you are worthy and you are abundant and you deserve so much wealth and all of this 10 of Pentacles energy, regardless of what you're doing, regardless of what's going on in your 3D world, regardless of if it looks like, okay, I'm just a loner, I'm alone all the time, I don't have a community, I lost my job because it was a matrix job and I don't want that anymore. I know I'm supposed to be on mission, but it feels like I'm confused on where to start, or maybe I've been working on my mission, but it feels so slow and I haven't been able to help anybody yet, no one's come to me yet. And so Spirit is really trying, or maybe you have a pretty successful mission-based business, but you are trying to scale it and you're encountering resistance. Whatever the case is, it's really a call right now for you to trust into Spirit and the divine. And this is really hard for people to do, but we twin flames are here to master this so that we can teach it to others. And the reason I brought up my coaching clients, Gemini energy, it's all over the place. The reason I brought them up is that I noticed how much easier it was. Easy is a relative word, but it was almost easier for me to really start to learn these truths of my worthiness. I learned worthiness when I had zero in my bank account and no job, no income, nothing. That's when I learned it, right? So it can be easier for twin flames to embody this and learn this because it's something we're here to teach. So if you haven't quite felt that you've stepped into that level, for lack of a better word, know that it's possible here, and it's what Spirit is guiding you to. It's what Spirit is asking you to manifest pretty seriously, pretty seriously, okay? And manifest it not by doing, manifest it by being, by trusting, by being that Queen of Wands who is moved by the divine, moved with the flame, moved with the spark, the ignition, the knowing, the all of that, okay? Okay, so we also have second chakra coming up, Archangel Ariel. So I'd love to know, okay, that's a beautiful message. Yeah, okay. So there is a lot of passion. There's a lot of sacral energy and passion in these connections right now that your divine masculine, as the Emperor here, is beginning to feel. This is also your divine masculine within, okay? So if we're watching, you can watch this reading for a person, you can watch it for your own energies, feminine and masculine. So there is a lot of energy building. There's a lot of energy building here. Passion, okay? That sacral energy, which is that connection. And it's also, there's like a knowing, it's gut. It's like the sacral, like I know it's that intuitive hit. It's that instant knowing of like, this is the direction, this is where I go, this is what I do, blah, blah, blah. You get it. So it's building, and this person is coming into your energy, or this is your masculine energy within that's starting to feel this, but you're in this Two of Wands, which is kind of like the waiting. It's like you see the path, it's being laid out before you. You know you're about to step onto it. You know it's coming. But the deception can start to creep in that it's not going to come because I'm in this void. I'm in this pause. I'm in this waiting. You know, the man in this card is kind of like overseeing and taking a look and kind of almost strategizing like, okay, am I going to go this way? Okay, I see, you know, he's looking out at the vista and trying to figure out the direction that he's going to take. And what can happen here is the devil energy can creep in and bring doubt. And, well, I'm not sure. Maybe this isn't going to happen. Maybe this isn't for me. I don't know. I feel a little bit lost about this, right? So again, back to that first message that I channeled for you guys is Divine Feminine. Spirit is really bringing you opportunity after opportunity after opportunity right now that is allowing you to choose the path of light and love. Because you are a sovereign divine being, okay? You are a light worker, so work your light and choose light over and over and over again. That is what you're being asked to do, okay? Yeah, okay. I'm going to leave that one there. The heart energies, whoop, card on the floor, okay? So we're getting Page of Wands with caring connections. Tell me a little bit more about that, please, Spirit. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. So we have 8 of Wands, and that was a very confusing bottom of the deck. The 6 of Cups and the 8 of Wands both wanted to be on the bottom of the deck. As we know, the 8 of Wands is communication, movement, rapid movement forward on the correct divine path, and 6 of Cups is the card of reunion and past life, karmic, soulmate, not karmic, sorry, soulmate connection, lovers from your past coming back. And then in the Tell Me More, we're getting 2 of Cups and Ace of Cups, okay, with the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands for me is really around this sacral energy. It's divinely guided passion. It's divinely guided inspiration, the spark, the flame. It's movement forward after a long time of kind of waiting, right? With this coming from this 2 of Wands. And for many, this is what is being brought in. I don't even want to linger too much on this energy. We all know that what the Ace of Cups and the 2 of Cups is about. The 2 of Cups is that union, committed love, partnership. Okay. Ace of Cups is a new beginning in love, heart opening, connection. Okay. So this is a lot of energy. You know how I'm feeling? I'm feeling anxious, but not in a bad way. I'm feeling like an anticipation growing, and kind of like some of your divine masculines are getting ready to offer this, and yes, there's pauses, or there's kind of this 2 of Wands at it, but that's what it is. They're sitting here looking. They know this is the path they're going to take. They're waiting on that Wheel of Fortune. They're waiting on the divine timing. They know this is where they're going and what they're headed to. So what I'm feeling is this anticipation, because this is the Page. This isn't the Knight. This isn't the taking. I mean, pages are action, but you know what I'm trying to say? It's not quite that like, boom, gusto ahead, but it's that sitting there kind of taking it all in and being very, very thoughtful around it. And I'm feeling a lot of anticipation. It's like hopeful anticipation. So this is in your field, divine feminines. There is a lot of reunion energy in this collective. Yep, a lot of it. Okay. Let's find out for divine feminines what might be blocking this energy at this time. What do we need to be kind of mindful of? This is a new deck to me. Thank you very much to my divine feminine friend who sent this to me. Still kind of learning it, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, so we're getting the 4 of Wands in the bottom of the deck. A lot of cards fell out. I don't know if I'm going to take the ones that didn't flip over. It's interesting because they're very similar cards. Okay, I will take them because I'll briefly touch on them because there's a story here. It's interesting. Wow. We're getting 2 6s and 2 2s as the ones that didn't quite flip over. So what could potentially be blocking us at this time? We are getting the Hanged Man here. And we are getting the 5 of Wands. So again, it's that fear, it's that inner conflict, and it could potentially be outer conflict, distractions that could be keeping you away from needing to really be present and still in this Hanged Man energy. You know, the sacrifice. It's interesting that this card is around sacrifice. And there's a rainbow, which is always such a sign for me. Are you willing to give up the stories? Are you really willing to give up the past and the pain? Are you willing to let those go and sacrifice those to the fire in order to have this 4 of Wands? In order to have this celebration, this rebirth, this coming together, this union? Are you willing to let those go? Are you willing to let the deceit go? So that is a potential block for some, is getting stuck in this Five of Wands energy and not allowing this new perspective and this offering, this sacrifice to come through. So on one hand, we're getting the Six of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. So there is this, what could be blocking this for you? What could be blocking? It's this fear that your needs are not going to be met, that there's not going to be an equal reciprocity because of the memories of the past. In this deck, it's memories of love. So it's the past memories are hanging over for some of you, for some divine feminines, that are really blocking the openness, and it's blocking your ability to trust that the material and spiritual prosperity is alive and well in these connections, that that's actually what is being offered, because it's divine. It's ordained by the divine. The divine is coming in and saying, yes, these are fully reciprocal, there it is, fully reciprocal unions and connections. But divine feminine, be very cautious. Do not allow that devil energy, that deceit to come in and make you rehash the past. So be focusing on letting that go. And then again, this waiting game. So this is the Two of Wands, and then we have the Two of Swords here. So these energies are very connected to that, because you're not quite seeing it. You're getting into the Two of Swords around your faith that it exists and that it's there and that it's going to happen. So don't allow yourself to get into that fear that it's not happening, that it's not coming. I don't see it. I'm in this waiting game. I'm looking out at the vista. Because this is the not trusting the divine. This is not trusting in the divine, not trusting in you and your worth, and that this is actually what you've been manifesting with the Magician here, that you've been manifesting this the whole time. You don't have to be in fear around that. You don't have to worry about that. So these are the potential blocks that could be standing in the way at this time. And so again, it really goes back to that theme from the beginning of like this deceit. You're getting this option over and over again, and I feel like there's different timelines. There's splitting of timelines in these twin flame collectives, right? So it's like some are going to choose this higher path of love and trust and faith, and some are going to stay in this inner conflict for a little while longer. It doesn't mean that they're not going to have union. They're still going to have their union, but it just may not be at the same time. And there's many factors that are involved in that, right? So some divine masculines are choosing that, and therefore they're twin, you know what I mean? So like, I'm really not a fan of like beating people up or making them feel like, oh, well, you just messed up your union, because it's all divine timing, always, no matter what. But if you are someone who is really in this trust and faith, that you can feel it in your bones, that it's close, that it's coming, that you're ready, that you are in union within and you're loving yourself, then these are some things to just be aware of and to not get tripped up on, okay? So let's get the spiritual advice from this deck before we move on to another deck. I just saw the Two of Cups. Another card on the floor. Wow, okay. Holy shit. Okay. The card that fell on the floor is Partnerships and Alliances. This is the Three of... I believe this is the Three of Wands. This is the Three of Wands. So very twin flame card. This is we're out of the waiting game. Spirit is giving the go-ahead to many to get out of this waiting game and to move forward, to move towards this. We're getting the Fool and the Sun. So Spirit's advice is, this is your destiny. Go for it. This is your abundance. This is your blessings. For those of you who have been on this journey and working really hard, release the fear. Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck, trapped in fear. Release the fear that this is not coming. This is coming, and this is here, and it's coming quick. Again, this card fell on the floor, which I'm connecting. My guides are connecting for me towards this eclipse season. We have an eclipse at the end of May, and then we have an eclipse not too far into June. So towards the beginning of June. So they're like back to back. So there's a lot of shifts and changes happening very quickly, and Spirit's guidance is, you are not trapped. You are free. The Eight of Swords always speaks to its illusion. It's not the truth. You are not stuck. You are not powerless. You are a co-creator. And some of you may be getting guidance right now to actually take the initiative with this new beginning. And this is for some. But you know, we need to not get into these expectations that are societal. So if our divine masculine is a man, is a male, and we feel like, well, he has to reach out because he's the man, or he has to reach out because they're the divine masculine. If you're getting true guidance, you have to release that that you're trapped and you just have to wait. You're just like a princess in her tower, Rapunzel, right? Just sitting there, just waiting, you know, pining. No, you don't have to do that if you're getting that guidance. And again, I'll reiterate here for any that are new. For me, the way my guidance shows up usually in relation to my twin is if I don't want to do it and I start feeling it very strongly in my body, like this like rush of energy, I always confirm with the cards and, you know, tuning into my channel, of course, and my guides, but I'll feel it in my body as like I don't want to do it because it's scary. That's usually when I need to do it. When it's something that I'm like, oh yeah, I'd love to it's no problem. Let me just do this right now. That's usually an ego, because the ego's like, yeah, I'm confident. Let's do this. What up? Because the ego doesn't want to be afraid. And the ego is kind of like, you know, the ego is not going to have you do things that are scary, because that's usually an up-leveling. That's usually an expansion into heart-centered. Okay, beautiful. So I'm going to ask, we're going to go to the Light Seers deck. I think that's what it's called. You guys have to forgive me. We're going to see who's with us right now. Who's with the Divine Feminines? Really exciting read so far, twins. I can definitely feel a really intense energy. Not to say that there's not heavy energy in the collective. I feel the heavy energy, but for some reason, Spirit always has me be a channeler to tune into the higher timeline, the higher positive. So I don't mean to be like a positive glass half full and, you know, bypassing. You know, I'm not a fan of bypass at all. And I don't mean to be like, oh, let me just promise you the world type of thing, because I can feel the heavier energies. But Spirit, for whatever reason, has me channel the positive potentiality when we transcend that. At least I've been noticing that I usually don't get those darker messages, or not darker messages, but you know, they come when they're there, and that's all we're getting. I get them for sure. OMG. Knocked off my chair, y'all. Krishna and Radha, the twin flames, coming out together. This has only happened one other time, and it was like a week ago. This is the only other time, and their story is their twin flame story is so profound and moving, because she recognized Krishna. Krishna did not recognize her, and they went into this separation for such a long time, and the pain and the suffering that her soul endured in order to still trust and have faith is what brought about this devotion from her counterpart. It's what brought about this devotion from Krishna. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. You are loved unconditionally, Divine Feminines. And your commitment to this journey, which is to yourself and to God, has been recognized. And there are blessings and rewards and justice coming in. Radha, this is all about the soul flame. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. So this is healing and harmony after the hardship, after the pain, after the suffering, after the difficulty. That is what these two are here. I'm pretty much, I'm in shock. I don't think they've ever come up in a reading that I've done for YouTube. I mean, it's only happened one other time, and that was a private reading. So, wow. Okay. I'm like, should we talk about any of the others? Yes, because they're very powerful beings. We do have Jesus on the bottom of the deck, a powerful twin flame himself, and he is all about forgiveness. So that's that theme, Divine Feminines, that we touched on in this read so far, is forgiving the journey, forgiving yourself, forgiving your twin, letting go of that past so that you can start fresh and you can start anew. It's not about holding on to, okay, and if you need assistance, call on Yeshua. I tend to call him Yeshua, but you can call him Jesus, Yeshua. He'll know if you're talking to him. Okay, we're getting Kuan Yin. Care and compassion. Choose to be loved. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offering a helping hand. And I feel that this helping hand at this time as you offer yourself more grace, more TLC, more love, more devotion, you're then able to offer it to others, and the right opportunities and instances of that come into your field, where it's this invitation. Are you going to choose fear? Or are you going to choose love? Are you going to step into your truth and wholeness, or are you going to hold back? And Kuan Yin is one of these like powerful light workers, very spiritual warrior energy. It comes off of Kuan Yin, and it's from the power of love. It's from the power of open heart and being compassionate and in her truth. That is where her true strength comes from. So at this time, you know, the violet flame energy with the purple is what I'm getting from this card as well. At this time, it's really, really about dropping in to that deeper connection and knowing through the heart. And that is going to help you transcend the head noise, the just the noise, the fear, the anxiety, all that. We're also getting Dwal Kul, which is Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path, and take one step at a time to happiness. So your Dharma, Divine Feminines, this is letting you know that you are on the path of your Dharma. You may have been on a karmic path before, but you have really stepped onto this, and that's why we're getting Krishna and Radha. Your commitment has been recognized. The rewards are coming in. You're on this path of Dharma. Oh, there's a little bug. It's like a fly that doesn't want to fly. I don't know if that's a message for someone. Like the slowest moving fly. Like I could have killed it, but I really don't kill bugs. I do my best not to. That was so weird. I don't know what message that could be for someone. Disruption, that's for sure. Unexpected disruption. Okay. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time. I love this because this is about not overextending. This is about not rushing. This is about really balancing and tempering your energy, getting into alignment before you take the step, being present, not rushing ahead out of fear or anxiety like you're going to miss it, like you're losing out on time, but really, really being conscious and aware and thoughtful, right? Oh my God. Okay, so we're going to end with the angel messages that I had said I was going to start with. I'm still kind of like on a high from getting Krishna and Radha together. This has been a really, really beautiful reading, Divine Feminines. Okay. Let's leave it with some angel messages. Wow. I was like, do I want to pull another? They're telling me one more. Wow. Okay. Relationship harmony. First out of the deck. This is Archangel Raguel. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. So this could be in the community, your family, your friends, anything we touched on in this reading around connection, harmony, choosing the path of love, choosing the path of fear. So this harmony is coming in, and you're very, very supported by the angels at this time in your divine unions as well. Very, very supported. There is divine order. Archangel, wow, they're both Archangel Raguel. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. So this is that look past the fear, look past the 3D. Don't get stuck in that. Don't get caught up in that. Look past it and see that everything is perfect in harmony and divine timing. And then we're also getting chakra clearing. So for many divine feminines, like a lot of this reading could have brought up questions of, well, how do I do that? How do I release the past? How do I let go of this fear and anxiety and inner conflict? Like, obviously I want to, but I'm not quite sure I know how to in the best way. So what they're offering, which is why they wanted me to pull one more card, Archangel Metatron is saying, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. So perhaps this weekend, spend some time in meditation and do some very conscious chakra clearing meditations and exercises. And while you're in that meditative space, call on Archangel Metatron, ask him to assist you. He wants to assist you. And this could be energy clearing, releasing it from your body, that purging, that collective, like anything that's in that, you know, that needs to be released. This could be a really powerful time for that this weekend. And this could really assist you at this time. Wow. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, beautiful divine feminines. Thank you so much for being here with me. I hope this reading was helpful and I hope it resonates, and I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for your likes, subscribes, shares, and all the engagement. And, you know, I show up here because of the community, and I'm just so grateful. So sending you guys so much love, and I'll be back soon.